Bodar, Birdie, Ede is going to make his return. You can find her Boxing Kings on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as well. And now on RTL Plus Premium, the halftime show is coming up. The world-renowned former boxing champion and rapper Roy Jones Jr.
I'm right here, boss man. I got this, yeah.
I do. We could go on and on. Man, McCallum, Vinny Pacienza. See, y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Yes, sir. Yeah. We gonna take it to the party. We gonna take it to the head. We gonna take it to the body. We gonna take it to the head. He done made a deal with the. So you don't wanna touch me. You're lucky. The thing don't get ugly. My daddy always told me catch a nigga from the line. Knock his ass off. The sprinkles on my. Ain't nothing about me moaning, my nigga. I keep it real with you. Jump through the body head, go deal with you. Go with your jaws, full like a measles. The only man can save you is I say a prayer for you, or I dispose of you. I take your home for you, I break your nose for you. I'm the sickest of suicidal, so don't get me excited to prove it. I bet you we do the body. We gon' take it to the head. We gon' take it to the body. We gon' take it to the head. Oh yeah, and first and foremost, I ain't coming for no foolishness. You better ask around and ask about who you making an ass out of it. It's like the same possibility as you put in the Powerball lottery. You gotta ask your mind and you jump. I took you there, but without a knife before. You need to polish the skills up for a lot of niggas. I'm the biggest shit in the fuck. You just another bass chopper. That ain't bringing me your brain. To the head of your bringing niggas brain. See, fall apart, you see behind a chain. You don't make it like you know what I'm saying? Body. We gon' take it to the head. We gon' take it to the body. We gon' take it to the head.
A hellboxingos karrierem alatt szerintem hát ez lesz a negyedik mérkőzés, és egyben a eddigi legnehezebb is valószínűleg, de hát ez az ellenfélnek köszönhető, és nem is vártam mást, ideje, hogy legyen mit az embernek nézni. Valószínűleg hamarabb kellett volna, sőt, biztos, hogy sokkal hamarabb kellett volna elkezdenem a box mérkőzésekkel, boxmeccsekkel foglalkozni, és boxmeccseket is vállalni, mert egyrészt, hogy sokkal közelebb állt hozzám a box, mint például a birkózás.
A küzdősport nagyon sok mindent adott nekem, megtanított arra, hogy az élet nem mindig csak arról szól, hogy nyerünk. Van, amikor egy vesztes meccs után is ugyanúgy fel kell állni, ugyanúgy haza kell menni, kell minden napjaidat, és hogy ha valamit szeretni, azért dolgozni kell, és bele kell tegyed a munkát.
És eléggé nagy hibát követel valaki, hogyha az eddig látott mérkőzéseinkből indul ki, mert akkor még a kevés is elég volt a győzelemhez, és az már a múlté. Azóta abból kevésből jó sokat sikerült csinálni.
A mérkőzés úgy fog végződni, hogy az én kezemet emelik a magasba. Bízok benne, hogy jól fog sikerülni, és kapok komoly ajánlatokat, hogy tovább tudjam folytatni a boxot.
And I truly hope that I would afterward receive some really nice offers and continue boxing.
Jó estét kívánok, hölgyeim és uraim, folytatódik!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. One of the biggest boxing events of Europe goes on. Unprecedented, almost historic moments. This is the Boráros Gábor of Hell Boxing Kings. One of the most exciting matches is coming up. Attila Koncz v. Gábor Boráros. This originally was intended to be a rematch between Koncz Attila and Gábor Boráros, which they had in August, and Gábor Boráros won it, but Attila unfortunately couldn't take him on, so he sends one of his apprentices to fight the match, to take revenge. Attila Koncz will enter the ring, but obviously his objective can be none other than to clash back and to hit back for the loss suffered by his trainer. Attila Koncz has got really great pedigree. He's a two-time kickbox European champion and fighter who's mainly motivated and inspired by his family and children. A very curious guy who's very silent, determined, and also extremely dangerous. He's Attila Koncz. Hello, my name is Attila Koncz from Miskolc, and I'm ready for my HBK match.
Az öveket K1-ben sikerült mindig nyernem, ezt egy VFC országos bajnokságon sikerült megnyernem. Ez áll a legközelebb a szívemhez, egy interkontinentális bajnoki cím, amit a nagyon kemény lengyel ellenfél sikerült megnyernem 50 után. Ezt a nemzetközi internacionál címet a tavaly sikerült nyernem, egy másik rendben sikerült berezni a mérkőzést egy erbe ellenfélelnem. A Hell Boxing Kings az a lehetőség számomra, hogy egy ilyen magas színvonalú gálán
me to showcase my abilities at such a high-level event. After last December's match, it's essentially going to be a rematch, but let us get to know the opponent, Gábor Boráros, who many people look up to, and is not making it a secret. The best source of motivation for him is success in rings. He's already made his way 3 times into the ring at Hell Boxing King events, and every single time he managed to fire the audience up, and that's what we can expect him to do today as well. Let's see how he's going to fare against a new challenger. Let's get to know Gábor Boráros.
Visszatérünk a Hell Boxing Kings.
I'm going to make my return to the ring of Hell Boxing Kings against a tougher opponent. I'm very happy for him because that's going to make my appetite for the fight even better. In order to be able to come up with a performance for the audience that has never been seen, and I feel like this is definitely going to happen. So the upcoming match is not merely a derby. From the perspective of Attila, it could be perceived as a personal matter because he's fighting for the honor of his trainer against Gábor Boráros, who definitely wants to prove that he's very much deserving of the nickname the Punisher. Question is, who's going to be able to impose their will upon their opponents here in the ring of Hell Boxing? We'll find out soon enough. The floor is over to the ring speaker.
Fogadják szeretettel a kék sarokba érkező, a K1 világának egyik legkeményebb magyar képviselőjét. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the blue corner, one of the toughest Hungarian fighters from the world of K1, Koncz Attila! 'Cause we're gonna be legends, gonna get their attention. What we're doing here ain't just scary, it's about to be legendary. Yeah, we're gonna be legends, gonna teach them all a lesson. Got this feeling in our souls we carry, it's about to be A piros sarokba érkezik az ellenfele, a KO-k királya, a brutális MMA harcos Szlovákiából. And his opponent making his way to the red corner, a KO king, a brutal MMA warrior from Slovakia, Boráros Gábor!
One shot, one opportunity. This is everything you ever wanted. One moment. Did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't.
Hölgyeim és uraim, ez a Hell Boxing Kings fél nehéz súlyú superfight mérkőzése. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Hell Boxing Kings superfight in the lightweight division, light heavyweight division. Első versenyzőnk a kék sarokban, a 30 éves, 180 cm magas, a mérlegelésen 83,2 kg súlyú magyar versenyző. Fighting out of the blue corner, at 30 years of age, he stands 180 centimeters tall and weighed in at 83.2 kilograms. He is a two-time European kickboxing champion, fighting out of Miskolc, Hungary, presenting Koncz Attila! És az ellenfele a piros sarokban, a 33 éves, 175 cm magas, a mérlegelésen 83,4 kg súlyú szlovákiai versenyző. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. At 33 years of age, he stands 175 centimeters tall and weighed in at 83.4 kilograms. Fighting out of Dunajka Streda, Slovakia, he is Boráros the Punisher Gábor! És a mérkőzés vezetőbírója and your referee in charge at the bell, Kovács Bence.
Gyertek középre! Uraim, a szabályokat ismeritek, tiszta, sportszerű küzdelmet szeretnék látni. Sok sikert, fogjatok kezet!
Én ezt nem nevezném revansnak,
I wouldn't call it revenge, really. Let's be honest, that was a clear, smooth victory for Boráros. His opponent didn't manage to show what many people had expected him to show, and this is a clean slate for both of the fighters. It's quite clear that Attila Koncz is going to be fighting for himself. This is a super fight match, 4 times, 2-minute rounds. It's really tell who's the favorite. Koncz is really strong. He's the strongest of his past opponents, and he's coming from K1, so
legalább annyira jó, mint egy
his hand technique should be much better than for other people. This is the youngest of opponents. Physically, he's very well built. Very, very tough blow from Boráros. Boráros showed against Koncz and Bardosi that he's got a really good hand. A lot of work has went into it. That was a really tough right-hander, which definitely landed on Attila Koncz.
Összefejeltek?
Innen pont nem látjuk, hogy van-e sérülés.
We cannot see whether there's an injury or not.
Ugye ezt azért kell ilyenkor nagyon tüzetesen megnézni,
needs to be looked at very thoroughly, and the reason for it because if the match ends before time, it does matter whether this was an inadvertent headbutt or not, and it's definitely in the match because they are fighting very close to one another. Obviously, in the octagon, it's important to get close to the opponent and to do some pocket fights, and they are bowing down. They're ducking and everything. So it's a very even match up to this point. 1 minute to go from the first round. Maybe it was Gábor who dominated the first moments. This is 4 times 2 minutes. 3 minutes, yes. We've already had a super fight, which was composed of 2-minute rounds, and 3 minutes can be extremely long for those who've got some experience in such a ring. Koncz is coming forward. You can see that his punches are very rigid, despite being tough. His shots are quite short in terms of reach. He's very much toned in. That was a nice shot. That was a nice punch. Attila coming back with some good shots. Attila Koncz with a clean shot. It seems to be that conditioning is going to be the difference maker as we move forward in the match. 10 seconds to go from the first round. In the beginning, Boráros had some accurate punches delivered, but Koncz managed to come back, make a comeback towards the end of the first round. It was really even match. This is some good boxing. This is unseen against Bardosi or Koncz. So he didn't really have to be looking for the chances at those 2 previous matches, and now he had to work for it. The question is, who's going to be better off physically towards the end of the match? When I saw Boráros fight, he was gassed out towards the end of the match. Obviously, they are not fist fighters. So we can see that the series of shots, combinations can do some damage because they are not true boxers, really. That can be dangerous for both of them. It promises to be a very exciting fight. Let's see the second round. The first goal can be really important, just like in a football match. Who's the one who manages to land a haymaker on the other? Boráros dropped his defense towards the end of the first round. And he managed to defend these shots, but now Koncz delivered a left-handed punch. They are throwing their heads around. There's slipping punches. Boráros is the one making some ducks and bang down. He's obviously standing a bit lower. Gábor is shaking, trying to shake his hands off. 3 minutes really long. Koncz manages to land 2 more blows. Maybe he realized that what he needs is not big shots, but accurate ones, but that was a big one. But Boráros managed to fight through it. And he comes back with 2 nice body shots. Attila, very diverse match. It's ups and downs for everybody. Attila Koncz manages to come out on top of this particular trade of blows. And they stop for a bit. And this is a really good match so far. Maybe they have too much muscle on themselves.
Jelzi Koncz, hogy tarkóra ment és sportszerűen kezelt.
Koncz says that it was in the back of the head and they were very sportsmanlike. Obviously when it comes to ground fighting, you need this strength, and obviously this is not something that you need in boxing. What you need is dynamics. Dynamic shots and jabs.
Milyen más, az izomzat milyen más az erő.
It's completely different, the musculature and the conditioning that you require. Even the handshake is quite telling of what kind of power they possess. Koncz manages to deliver some body blows, but Boráros is very good at withstanding these shots despite them being quite powerful. Smishy Kotai praising Boráros for being able to withstand these shots. Rise well. It was inadvertent. It was a headbutt. This is a fair fight. They're going to be brawling, keep brawling towards the end of the round. But it was a good round, and I think that we've had ourselves some really good game, really good fight. I think Koncz is the winner of this particular round. Obviously, a lightweight always agrees with a welterweight, so I definitely agree with you. I do have the will to disagree, but I don't have the rights to do it. It proved to be a really good match, and it can be appreciated professionally as well. So it's not just brawling, some very well executed shots from Koncz, and sometimes Boráros also manages to reply with some hard punches. And once again, Boráros is very good at weathering the storm. So this is definitely something that Boráros is requested to do, to be a bit more accurate, but it's obviously easy to say. Easier said than done. Attila Koncz doesn't seem to be fatigued a bit, but Boráros seems to be in really good condition. What an accurate shot from Koncz, up and down. He delivered a really good jab. Boráros definitely needs to do more. Even if it's inaccurate, he needs to be shooting, otherwise the match is going to, the time is going to be running down, he's going to be running out of it, and he's cornering Boráros. Very nice shots, very nice series of shots, and once again two more. And Boráros doesn't have what it takes to have a reply. It's not like in the second round, he doesn't seem to be recovering from it. He tries one punch here and there, but Koncz is getting out of the way of those, evading them really efficiently. That uppercut was unsuccessful. Step. Boráros's hands got stuck. Once again, a good uppercut. Koncz manages to pull through with the punches between the two hands of Boráros, and Boráros is getting slow with the footwork. And Koncz seems to be as fresh as ever. He's in excellent condition. And several nice, accurate shots on the body, on the head. Obviously, Boráros is trying to take in the shots and still stand on his feet, but physically he's getting drained. He doesn't have the power to go on, and there's still one more round left. And I don't think he can trust to have a haymaker. They are not really coming. Half a minute to go from this round. Gábor's not really initiating that much. He's gassed out. He delivers 2 punches and then he starts clinching his opponent, and it goes on. And Koncz keeps going. Very, very clear shots. And he pushes his head down. That's not a knockdown. He doesn't have to count, but he's beaten out. Can you continue? You can't continue.
Boráros nem folytatja.
Boráros cannot continue. He gives up. The difference was the stamina, the conditioning. 5 seconds left of this round. But the referee definitely gave his time. He couldn't count on him. And obviously, if an opponent gets on his knees, he can ask for some time to tie his shoelaces. But this was not the case here. He needed to answer the question whether he would like to go on or not. And it was a clear answer. He gave up the match, and this is a technical knockout victory for Attila Koncz, but this would have went Attila's way anyway. The first 2 rounds were a bit more equal. Boráros had some responses, but Attila Koncz dominated the rest. You can see some clear shots on the body, on the head.
Trónkövetelő is a szorítóban, a legkisebb Koncz valószínűleg.
You can see the Koncz kids in the ring.
És büszke apára valószínűleg nagyon.
Probably the child is very proud of his father.
Nem is lehetett más.
Boráros is gassed out. The outcome could not have been any different.
Hölgyeim és uraim! A mérkőzés harmadik menetében technikai KO-val győzött. Ladies and gentlemen, in round number 3, we have your winner by TKO, Koncz Attila!
Koncz Attila tehát megnyerte ezt a...
Attila Koncz won this bout. A very disciplined fight. Congratulations. We introduced this as a kind of a rematch due to your master's Tivadar Kunkli's defeat, but everybody fights their own honor here in the ring. How did you feel? Congratulations. Yes, it was great to have revenge, but I also wanted to prove that I also can hold my ground in boxing. Gábor was a very tough opponent. That's how we prepared. We had the tactics, which luckily we managed to implement. I tried not to get distracted. So everything that we discussed, we agreed, went great. Great, well done. Tivadar, a living legend. Tivadar Klunkli here in the middle of the ring. Well, when someone becomes a coach, a master, that's what you dream of. Yes, I was waiting for him all my life. What did you make of the match at the professional level? We worked for that a lot. I'm glad that it worked out fine. It was worth the effort. Congratulations to both Tivadar Kunkli and Attila Koncz, the victor. And also to Gábor Boráros, who is an extraordinary figure of Hungarian martial arts. As last year, I accept. And now, please, I would also like to request you for a rematch. Agreed, well done. And next time there will be a rematch. Attila Koncz accepted the gauntlet. And we still have 3 more most exciting bouts. Bence Ishton has reached a milestone who leaves the Celebrity League and will have his first professional fight of his life. And I believe our colleagues can show how Bence prepares in his locker room. And I believe the strategy, the tactics is already elaborated, established. He already created the world in which only his victory is acceptable. And the main event of the evening.